Russell Westbrook's career is reaching a heartbreaking crossroads, from MVP and triple-double king to sitting at home unsigned in 2025. This is the story of how one of the most explosive point guards in NBA history might be forced out of the league entirely. In this video, we break down Westbrook's rise, his decision to decline Denver's contract, the playoff disaster that changed everything, and why only the Sacramento Kings stand between him and the end of his NBA journey. We'll also compare his situation to legends like Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, and Dwight Howard, stars who also had to face father time and accept reduced roles. Did Russell Westbrook's pride cost him the final chapter of his career? Or can he still find a lifeline before it's too late? Welcome back to another video. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and let's keep building this community with more NBA breakdowns. Picture this. It's 2017, and the NBA world is buzzing. Russell Westbrook has just pulled off the impossible, a triple-double for an entire season. The first player since Oscar Robertson in 1962 to achieve the feat. He's crowned league MVP, holding up the trophy with a fire in his eyes. And Oklahoma City Thunder fans are in euphoria. Kevin Durant's departure the year before had left the franchise devastated, but Westbrook's heroics gave them new life. To Thunder fans, he wasn't just a star, he was their star, the embodiment of loyalty and ferocity. Fast forward 8 years to August 2025, and that same MVP, that same icon of intensity, is sitting at home, unsigned. The player once described as the most relentless guard of his generation is now waiting by the phone as training camps approach without him. The turning point came in Denver. After a productive year off the bench with the Nuggets, Westbrook made a fateful decision. He declined his $3.4 million player option, betting on himself to get a better deal. On paper, it didn't seem crazy. He had averaged 13.3 points, 6.1 assists, and nearly 5 rebounds per game on almost 45% shooting. He had good chemistry with Jokic, looked serviceable in his role, and even finished 7th in 6th Man of the Year voting. But here's the kicker. The market for Westbrook wasn't there. By turning down that guaranteed deal, Russ effectively slammed the door shut on his own security blanket. Things got worse in the postseason. Denver faced the Oklahoma City Thunder, Westbrook's old team, the city where he was once worshipped. But instead of a redemption arc, the series turned into a nightmare. His play was erratic, his efficiency plummeted, and his turnovers piled up. The Thunder eliminated Denver in 7 games, and Westbrook's role in the collapse left a bitter taste. Nuggets management, already reeling from internal dysfunction, saw enough. Whatever chance Russ had of staying in Denver evaporated with that series. It wasn't just Russ. The entire Nuggets organization was unraveling. Michael Malone, a coach known for leaning on veterans, was fired with only 3 games left in the regular season. General manager Calvin Booth wasn't retained either. Reports leaked that Westbrook had been given special treatment similar to Jokic or Murray, creating friction with younger players like Jalen Pickett. For an aging guard on the decline, that kind of locker room tension was the final straw. Denver quickly pivoted to Bruce Brown and left Russ in the dust. And this is where the story turns brutal. Despite being a 9-time All-Star, an MVP, and the all-time leader in triple-doubles, Russell Westbrook found the phone wasn't ringing. Teams weren't interested. Not the Lakers, not Miami, not Milwaukee, not even fringe contenders looking for depth. Jake Fisher of Bleacher Report confirmed what many feared. The Sacramento Kings are the only team even considering him. And even that feels like a stretch. The reasons are layered. First, the decline in athleticism. Westbrook's trademark explosion, the first step that blew defenders away, is fading. At 36, his ability to crash the boards over 7-footers isn't what it was. Second, the shooting. A career 30.5% from deep means defenses simply leave him open. And third, his self-perception. His own agent left him, citing irreconcilable differences because Russ couldn't see his diminishing value. To executives, that screams liability. We've already seen what happens when teams try to fit him in. In Los Angeles with the Lakers, Westbrook was being paid a supermax salary while clogging the paint for LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It was disastrous. But ironically, with the Clippers, he showed he could adapt. Coming off the bench, accepting fewer minutes, even volunteering for a reduced role after James Harden arrived. He thrived, shooting nearly 49%, a career high. Tyronn Lue even credited him for keeping the team afloat through injuries. Yet even after proving he could still contribute, the Clippers walked away. Why? Because they decided the fit wasn't worth the long-term gamble. Now, we land in Sacramento, a franchise that missed the playoffs, traded away De'Aaron Fox, and signed Dennis Schroeder. They also have Malik Monk, Markelle Fultz, and Devin Carter. For Westbrook, this would mean fighting just to be the backup to the backup. Insiders say Sacramento is his only shot at an NBA return, but the fact they're still debating it shows how far his stock has fallen. There was a flurry of rumors about him heading overseas, most notably a supposed record-setting contract offer from Hapoel Tel Aviv. But those rumors were debunked almost immediately. And realistically, Westbrook doesn't need overseas money. He's earned over $500 million in career earnings and endorsements. His fight isn't for a paycheck, it's for pride, for the right to leave the game on his terms. But this pattern is nothing new. We've seen legends stumble at the end. Carmelo Anthony laughed at the idea of coming off the bench in 2018, only to be forced into exile before finally returning humble. Allen Iverson left Memphis after refusing a reduced role and never truly recovered. Dwight Howard was once a superstar, but only after swallowing his pride and embracing a bench role in LA did he win a ring. The numbers don't lie. Most stars fall off at age 33. Melo, Iverson, Griffin, John Wall, each declined around that point. Russ is approaching 37. The harshest indictment comes from the postseason. As a guard, Westbrook's reputation hinged on being a leader in clutch moments. Yet his playoff performances have become erratic to the point of liability. For front offices, inconsistency in the playoffs is fatal. It's like a surgeon whose hands shake in surgery. You can't trust it anymore. If Sacramento passes, the story is basically over. No team is signing a 37-year-old non-shooter mid-season unless a catastrophic injury forces their hand. And this is the sad reality. Most NBA legends don't get Kobe's 60-point finale or Dirk's farewell tour. They fade quietly. Sometimes you're left sitting at home waiting for a call that never comes. And here's the irony. Russ had the blueprint. Derrick Rose accepted his injuries, adjusted, and gave teams valuable years off the bench. Carmelo Anthony came back after exile and carved out a role. Dwight Howard humbled himself into a champion. Even if Russ doesn't want to hear it, the truth is simple. Those guys accepted rock bottom, and Russ hasn't yet. Regardless of how this ends, Russell Westbrook's place in history is secure. He revolutionized the triple-double, turned it from rare to routine, and built a Hall of Fame resume. He played every night with fire, with passion, and he made sure fans got their money's worth. But the NBA is unforgiving. It has moved into an era of spacing, shooting, and efficiency, and Russ has become the opposite of what teams value. Jake Fisher summed it up perfectly. Sacramento is the most likely outcome for Russ if he plays in the NBA again. That if is carrying an awful lot of weight. We're not asking where he'll play. We're asking if he'll play at all. And if the Kings decide against it, his career might officially be over. So, here we are. Russell Westbrook, former MVP, 9-time All-Star, one of the most electrifying guards in history, is waiting for a chance that may never come. He's had a remarkable 17-year career, earned generational wealth, and etched his name among the greats. But as brutal as it sounds, the NBA doesn't care about what you've done. It only cares about what you can do next. And right now, teams see a future Hall of Famer who might be finished. What do you think? Should Sacramento take one last gamble on Russ? Or has Father Time finally ended one of the most thrilling careers we've ever witnessed? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.